Tom Brody.
Screaming, screaming, cheers to the real. Good vibes only. Putting in work and recipes to all the homies. Yeah, money is the motive. Hood couldn't hold me.
We are back with another one. New episode. We are live here at Mixerhead Studios. This is the Cheers to the Real podcast. It's art, it's music, it's culture. We out here banging with the people. I am Mr. Tom Brody, and this is the Cheers to the Real podcast. We have a new live special guest. Introduce yourself to the people.
Brody, what up?
What up?
Staten Island's own Dro Pesci was good, y'all.
Now you know.
Yes, sir.
Listen, before we get to the content, before we get to the current news and all the opinions, I want you to introduce yourself to the people. Give them a little bio, a little breakdown, a little understanding of who you are.
Dro Pesci reps Staten Island all day, every day. Brooklyn born, one of the few artists that rep Staten Island.
Right.
I rep the 90s, I rep the boom bap, I rep the golden era, I rep all 5 elements. I rep real hip-hop, anti, mumble. Anti-auto-tune, you know what I mean? I represent talent, man. Whatever you do, out of one of those 5 elements of hip-hop, I represent talent.
And give people a little depth, a little understanding. We say Staten Island, we say the 90s, we say New York City. For people who are outside of our little bubble, our little stratosphere, they might not understand that 90s vibe in New York and that vibe. Give people a little understanding of that vibe.
The 90s was crazy. That was the real New York. That was the last ever of real New York.
The crazy crime wave.
You know what I mean? So,
the stats don't lie, right? The stats don't lie. We look at the stats.
Not nowadays they do, because you could buy them. But in the streets back then, you couldn't, and they did. They didn't lie. But that shit made or break us,
right.
It made or broke us, you know what I mean? And in this case, it made me, you know what I mean? It's you roll with the times. I mean, a true hustler adapt to the times, no matter what it is, and the times change every few years.
I always tell people, again, the podcast is designed for people like yourself, like-minded. We come up here, we build, I showcase, I put the spotlight on, I give the flowers. Because I know the labor of love and how intense it is to put out music, stay relevant, stay creative. So before we even get into the music, give people an idea of the background, the inspiration, how we even get into music.
So the background, I would say the first shit was, South Bronx. I was the only one in Staten Island for my family. So all my family was from Brooklyn and the Bronx. Me and my 2 parents was the only people in Staten Island, for whatever reason, you know what I mean? But so basically in the South Bronx, you had people, all elements.
And pardon, but for people who are not from New York, what makes Staten Island even different? Because when it might not be from New York, we say Staten Island. What makes it different?
Staten Island, damn near a whole nother state compared to the 4 other boroughs. I done been on tour in other countries, and they're like, yo, you from New York? Where you from? I'm like, Staten Island. Like, huh? I'm like, yo, you know Brooklyn? Yeah. And they're like, yeah, all right, So Staten Island just forgotten. It don't matter how long Wu-Tang been screaming out.
Right.
Staten and Shaolin. It don't matter. They're the Beatles of hip-hop.
Right.
None of that shit matter. Because there's tons of people.
I've heard that before too. The Beatles of hip-hop.
The Beatles of hip-hop. It's the best hip-hop group, best rap group, whatever,
I agree.
term you want to use.
I agree.
But it's like, there's still people that don't know Staten Island. So I'll be, I'm one of the more outspoken Staten Islanders, MCs. And truth be told, I don't fucking love Staten Island, my nigga. I just will never get on record and bash it. You feel me? So
right.
I know cats that got 1 foot in BK and one foot in Staten. They
I knew
screaming
the
out
pain,
BK.
The pain was real for a lot of my friends. Where you're hitting the clubs in the '90s, you partying, you dancing, and then you gotta take that ferry home.
Ooh, shit. And you know shit was lit on the other side of the water. Stanton had some ill shit in the 90s, though. I was getting in mad underage.
You know what I mean? Like,
you know, the
wave,
caves,
the wave,
the
Yo,
wave, my man.
Shout out to everybody that know about the wave.
We had 1800. I mean, no, we had Club 700. We had
Right.
Kokomo's. We had the wave. We had Carbon. We had all types of
Carbon.
wild shit.
Yeah.
But the wave, then after that was Amazon. That was the shit. Shout out to the wave because we was snatching beepers like a motherfucker. They did the
Wave-
money drop.
And
Y'all remember the money drop?
For those that don't know it or know, we just out of nowhere name drop some random clubs on Staten Island.
Yeah.
Mind you, if you go down that block now, condos.
You know what's
Different
funny?
swag.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000 because I always do. So right on Wave is Wave and Sand Street. They
Yep.
parallel.
Yep.
Wave look the same.
Yep.
Sands is where Method Man studio is. And
Ah.
right across the street, right there, the food
by,
stand.
by the
And-
barbershop and all that.
It's right near the McDonald's, B.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
looked
yeah, yeah.
exactly how you remember it 20-something years ago. That's word to
Facts.
everything, bro.
Facts.
It's crazy. But yeah, Staten Island's forgotten about.
Yep.
We're heavily disrespected.
A lot of
And
talent.
A lot of talent. No
coming out of
unity.
Staten Island.
No unity.
Right,
That's
right.
that's how I could sum it up. A lot of talent.
I've
no
heard that
unity.
before.
We're such a small island that we should have unity, and if we did, then
Mm.
maybe we would get a little more fucking respect and love that
I hear that.
that we actually deserve instead of what we get.
Cheers to that.
Because
Mhm.
but in Staten, they shooting at each other from across the street.
It be like that, right? It's always
So as long as it's
self-destruction.
been like that for the last 20 joints and it's not changing, then how the fuck we gonna get unity in some shit like rap
It's-
and hip hop, right?
I say the same thing when I look at what's trending right now. They talking about all this Memphis turmoil,
Yeah.
who was murdered,
Yeah.
beef. They
Yeah.
do this state by state, right?
Every
Divide and conquer.
divide and conquer.
You know how
wow.
it is, brother.
That's the plan. You know what I mean?
Um,
But
listen, we here, we blessed, right?
absolute. I mean, who the fuck thought we was gonna make it this long?
Yo, and,
Right?
and for kids who were raised in the 90s, they know. We're like, yo, we made it this far? We didn't think we was going to get this far.
A kid gonna be like, "What you mean? What you mean, Daddy? What you mean, Unc? What you mean, Theo?" Like,
what?
nah, son. I didn't think I would. I always said it. My moms used to hate it. I'd be like, I probably won't see 30. And she was like, Freddie, don't say that. Moms, your moms don't ever want it.
Yeah.
But I was too blunt and honest with my moms because my moms was like, if I felt the urge to go snap and I was going to do something that may take me away for a very long time, I'll go speak to moms first.
Right.
Because moms always bring you back to home base no matter how out of character you may be.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like, so, and I know a lot of people ain't blessed to have their moms in their life a lot. A
Mhm.
lot of my
Big
my
truth.
people, you know what I
Big
mean?
truth.
So, shout out to my moms, because I put it in a song. I was like, when I feel the urge to kill, I go holler at moms. You know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
I just need to hear a voice. Even if it's 25 seconds, that's going to bring me back to reality and be like, Dro, you going to do something stupid
It's
and never see her again.
for those that know the pain, they understand and appreciate the sacrifice. It's not until you experience death or loss
Absolute.
or some sort of like mishaps with your health that you appreciate what you have.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Some people need to go through that.
Listen. With all that being said,
Mhm.
give people a good understanding of the spark of how you go from maybe being a fan. I tell a lot of people that come up, my fan correlation was graffiti. Living in Coney Island, I used to sneak into the train yards a lot. You know what I mean? Shout out to Sil.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shay.
I think I got off topic. Pardon self. So I was going into South Bronx. I first heard and seen scratching of the records. You know what I'm saying? It was around some older cats. My mom's boyfriend's son. And we was right there in the heart. We was on Whole Avenue. Right there in Hunts Point and shit. And they was all like 4 joints older than me at least. They had the 40s of old gold. I had to be
vintage.
like 9 or 10. And they was cutting ones and twos, ones and twos.
We in the same age bracket, so any particular songs that you're like when you hear it, it's nostalgic for you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Any
I mean,
particular
Lords
ones?
of the Underground shit.
Uh-huh.
That particular record, I never forget it. That was Chief Rocker.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that was
Chief
that,
Rocker.
Chief Rocker, number one, Chief Rocker. You know, and
That
they
bass
was
line.
like, and again, I put that in a song, and you know, they was all older, and they was like, yo, son, you want to come fuck with it? They was freestyling while they was cutting it. I didn't have bars,
Right.
and I ain't had no DJ skills. To this day, I got no DJ skills. You know, but that was the first element that I fell in love with. First was the DJing.
Was the DJing?
And the scratching and the turntablism.
DJing is the only thing, and this is me now as a grown man. If I can cultivate my DJing skills and my love of music as a genre, right? Because I could play an hour of rock music, jazz.
Yeah.
I could go into different.
That's dope though.
Volumes.
Yeah.
But it's also because I collect vinyls.
But you're a music
lover.
fan.
Yeah.
You're not just a rap music fan or a hip hop fan.
Yeah.
And I say that.
Love music.
Real hip hop fans love music.
But
not just hip hop.
Any producer,
jazz.
most producers who are into music, I think, appreciate music.
Absolutely.
Because they have an ear for it.
But I took it like a couple of steps underneath. Like just down to cats like me and you, the ordinary folk that came up in a certain era. Like, we're real hip hop fans because of what you just said.
Right.
You got vinyl that's rock, jazz, contemporary, bachata, salsa, whatever the fuck it may be. We have crates of different shit, not just
true story.
rap.
True
you
story.
know what I mean? But
and we come from a place that it's funny to say that where we watched hip hop in its infancy, right? So I'm cut from a cloth where there wasn't pop radio for hip hop. There wasn't a pathway of success for hip hop. They were just doing it out of like, this is fun.
We had video music box, huh? That was it. Like, that was my shit. Like, I had the VHS video music box. Then we had the Yo MTV Raps. You know what I mean? Staten Island, we had a Cream Team. Staten Island
this is
Live,
a big
35.
fact, no gimmick. When I first saw on Video Music Box that Method Man video, bananas.
That was what? The Takal when he had
white
the,
shit?
he had the eye contact in. That was I came to bring the pain. Oh yeah,
that
son.
was bananas.
Shout out to Meth, man.
Meth, yo, truth be said, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Super underappreciated.
Facts.
I don't know why.
Fact.
Super
and
underappreciated.
One of the illest people I ever met in life, nigga. Fuck rap. Like, one of the illest people I met in life.
I think, and I'll give him his flowers. I think even as an actor,
he nice with it. He nice.
Better than
with it.
most. Let's put it that way.
I put
better
him up,
than most.
Absolute. I put him up there with like, cause there ain't a lot of actors that could rap. So I'm gonna say Meth, Pac, R.I.P. Pac was a good actor.
I say Pac is up there.
Pac.
Wait, hold up. Pac is the embodiment.
The pinnacle.
I think Pac is the pinnacle.
The embodiment. Yeah, nah. Pac was the Deion Sanders.
The hybrid. He was the Bo
hybrid.
Jackson.
He could do both. Word. Cause Bo, yeah. I'm glad you said Bo. Because I said Deion because the majority gon' understand what I mean by Deion.
I'm gonna go with Bo Jackson.
I don't know if I hear that too, man. But Bo was the original. Bo had the fucking deal before Jordan with Nike. Niggas don't know about that till he broke his hip.
Those Bo Jackson crossover sneakers to this day.
I got every flavor to this day.
Shout out to all the collectors.
To this day.
The white on white. Or with the patent green.
Woo! Got the green with the infrared. Got the infrared. Yeah,
Bro.
You don't know about that one. Nah, Brody, I know you know.
Who would have known?
One.
Yo, who would have thought as a kid a lot of these sneakers that we discarded would become like these collectible,
and you remember,
iconic
I
shits.
remember moms like, yo, I got like X amount for your kicks. And I'm like, all right. And you will go, right? And there'd be like 12 pairs that you liked, right? Remember, same shit with music. Back in the day when we was youngins, and you know, your moms was only buying you one motherfucking pair, correct?
Right.
You know, we didn't have bread like that, and you had only 2 feet. Same shit with the albums on 2 days. You know, you would get like 5 to 6 artists and albums you would want to cop, but you only had a little $12. Or a little $9 for the cassette, whatever era it was in. So we would rack this, we would buy that.
That's a
I'd be
fact.
like, yo, you cop them two, he gonna rack them two. I'ma cop that, he gonna rack that, and we gonna all dub it.
All facts,
We
no
all
gimmicks.
had
And it's
cassette
funny.
that
That's
day.
why something like Tower Records was dope because you could
All
go
that.
in. Yo, I remember clearly. That's shout out to
Tower.
people that know. You
Shout
could
out
go
to
in,
Tower. Shout out to Sam Goody.
Yo,
Tape World,
You used to
Music
be able to
Land,
go
all them
in-
little low-hand shits. Ooh, we was...
the gimmick with Tower, which was great, which was expose a lot of young people, was that you could go in and listen to different genres
Wow.
that you normally wouldn't want to
Yeah,
pay for.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So it would expose me to like Bad Brains, or it would expose me to a Jim Morrison album.
Yeah,
Or it
okay,
expose
okay.
you to
Some shit
some
you
shit
you ain't know
normally
about.
as a hood youth growing up in Marlboro, you're not
And
gonna
it's,
hear.
it's under your radar.
Correct.
Exactly.
As a hood youth, we know
not
about the
suppo-
Temptations. We know about Dionne Warwick.
We don't
and-
know about the
Ah,
Doors, nigga.
The Doors,
War. Nah, I feel you. I feel
bro.
you.
The Doors is
As I got older, I just kept appreciating, first off, musical talent.
well, even Jay-Z
Second of all,
sampled
songwriting.
Jay-Z.
Oh,
Look,
yeah,
he
of
sampled
course.
he sampled Jim Morrison and the
course.
Doors, right?
But it's like I started revisiting shit like that in my adulthood. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Because again, like you said, how the fuck we was supposed to hear that when we was 14 or 12 or 9 or 18? We wasn't into that. None of our people
Big
was like, yo,
facts.
check that new Doors album.
And
Well,
listen,
it wasn't new. Hold on,
it
let me
wasn't
take that
new. It
word
wasn't new. It wasn't new.
away.
It wasn't
But yo,
new.
you hear that Morrison greatest? Nah, nigga, what the fuck you smoking?
Listen,
Right?
and for those tuning in, this is the Cheers of the Real podcast. We're here live. We streaming. This is a new episode,
do it.
and I want y'all to understand who I got up here. I'm gonna play some quick content. We're gonna go through it.
All right.
He'll narrate, and we'll go through the who's and the whys
So-
and the whats.
All right, so what we got? Around the world, that's what we spinning? I
Uh-huh.
like, all right, that's dope. So around the world,
Now, mind you, I picked because you got a big catalog, so I love certain joints, so I
All right.
curated, right?
All right.
And I love
what the
this.
fuck it
Shout
is.
out to Nems.
yeah, that's my brother right there. I know me and them go way back.
No
so,
doubt.
I mean, I would say the illest shit about this whole video is this is all my footage.
That's what I love.
I did everything myself,
that
B.
shit,
You know what I mean? Like, I booked the tour myself, but
It
there's no
shows-
tour
it
manager,
shows
there's
the
no
work.
manager.
It shows the work.
You know what I mean? So, you know, Nems, of course, got his own footage. I have my own footage. So, you know, I slid this to my man, Pause, my man Mo Stafford. He do all my videos. Shout to Mo. And he mashed it up. And this is actually 2 different tours. So I was blessed to go on one tour, me and Nems, for like 13 days. And then these motherfuckers R.I.P. PH.
Yo,
I love
R.I.P.
you.
to PH.
I love you, bro.
Right? Pause. R.I.P. to PH, bro. I love
you. And they called me back, bro. Like, I went from a little underground artist playing, you know, just having fun. They called me back a month and a half later. Yo, we want you to come back to Europe with Dro Pesci now from Killer Army. So this is a little footage from me and Nems on tour, and then this is a little footage from me and Dro Pesci on tour. I think 3 months later,
No doubt.
because I went there twice in 90 days.
No doubt.
That chick was sniffing cocoa. They had cocoa powder in Madrid. People was sniffing it with straws. I can't tell you nothing more about that. That shit was, I don't know. That's baffling.
No.
I ain't never seen. And you know what's funny is the white chick. She sniffed the shit. She looked at me. She was like, "Now I feel like my daddy." I was like, "Oh shit."
I ain't gonna lie, the
I was
weed
like,
game
welcome to
is a
Madrid.
little different in Europe.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't even. I got good bud out there,
Right.
but I won't smoke nobody else's shit because they putting the tobacco with it. You feel me?
Yeah, what's that about, son?
So it's like Amsterdam always had good bud, right? So it was real sticky, so they would put the tobacco there so it cooked right.
The energy looked good at the audience, by the way.
All right, so that I'm explaining. That was the non-fiction Jedi Mind Trick reunion tour. That spot held 1,000 people. There was 1,000 in the crowd, and then maybe like us 50 with the workers. Me and Nems was getting the chance to open. That was on the humble. We was already booked on our tours. They were like, "Hey, we got this show coming up." My nigga Nems, I laugh because Nems is Hollywood, you know. Yeah, this is me and one of my sponsors' warehouses. We was testing out mad bongs and
No
and,
doubt. No doubt.
you know, so they came to us. They was like, "Yo, y'all could open up for this tour." Nems, you know, being cool with Ill Bill, was like, "Nah, I ain't opening up for nobody. I'm Nems, nigga." So they was like, "All right, whatever." And they was like, "Dro, you could open up." I said, "Give me all the time, my nigga. I don't give a fuck who. Oh, it's non-fake. Give me all the time." So I got my time and I got Nems' time. So you know a nigga capitalize because I'm a hustler. So what I do, I perform 45 minutes for these motherfuckers.
Why not?
I jumped in the crowd with them. The mics
Why
was
not?
wireless.
Got more
we
than enough
turned
music.
up.
Why not?
I got off stage. I was taking pictures with 7-year-old kids. That's how real it is. They was like, "Would you take a picture with my son?" I'm like, "Hold on, your son was here the whole time." Like we cursing, you know. Obviously, it's all parental advisory at our shows, but there ain't no age limit in Belgium. In Amsterdam, you could come into that show with your 4 or 5-year-old.
Different swag.
And I said, "Hell yeah, I would love to take a picture." But that's the first time.
How did you find the audience for you personally? What was the?
Yo, they was dope. They was dope, and I'm gonna tell you why. The biggest reason why they was dope, because they didn't know me. You feel me? So it's like if you come in there and you paid your money for non-fiction Jedi Mind, you're gonna be like, "Who the fuck this?" Now if I'm trash, you're gonna walk away. If I'm alright, you're gonna give me one ear. If I'm dope, you may give me two.
Those are two well-established,
heavy hitters.
In my mind, someone else might not say that, but in my mind,
with you.
That's a well-established touring artist.
So
you know what I mean?
The response was really good. Like a lot of people ain't know the words.
Right.
But after I jumped down and I was like, "Yo, what up?" And I started taking flicks with motherfuckers while I was performing.
For sure.
And not stumbling. They was like, "Yo, I don't care who this is.
Right.
He cool. He showing my city some love."
What else we got? What's the next vid? We got some other stuff to play.
Yeah, that was this is Harsh Reality.
But that's a heavy fact that I wanted to show the people that
dope.
You've been productive.
I'm glad you pulled that video up.
And I wanted to curate the content and show people what you got going on.
This shit is funny because I was just on the phone with my director and he was like, "Yo, son, we ain't got no fucking summer videos. We got like 3 videos, everything else in the winter." I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna change that for you." We shot this shit in like 5 degrees on the water, somewhere in BK, I forget. We do a lot of improv locations.
Got Thirst.
You know what I mean? But then I got Flush, I got Fatal. So this was outside a show of Blackthorn. It's all my people: Dreddy, Skanks, Bangkok, PF Cuttin, FOD,
Real New York
Mitchell Ames, I think, was there. R.I.P. My man Jamel Mayo, Madman Mayo, man, he just passed. G-Stats, Dreddy Kruger, you know, OCB, Crown Heights, you know. And then I went to East New York Radio at PF Cutting Spot, and it was me, Thurston.
Oh, speaking of which, I want to let the people listen to this right here. Hold on.
This was a little freestyle.
Yeah, I love this.
Your category is basic, son, I'm the opposite. Never pop the shit, I'm the leader of my conglomerate. So ask about me, don't ever flash or your cash around me. Get ahead and try, you probably dying, my clan is rowdy. Shout out to PF. The Audi, the same color as the Grammy stash of heavy like valleys, you dating me and the game is ready. Fake really slaying, these rappers can't even keep a tally. Body to beat when I'm throwing darts like an archer. It's harder than your heart and shit. Labels can't even market that.
Woo! See what I'm saying?
You ain't even big up the DJ though.
East New York Radio.
Nah, PF got number love. PF got number love for me. PF no homo.
And we be back next Thursday with some
more. Yo, shout out to PF. He one of the realest and
shout out everybody.
Underappreciated.
Another one.
Underappreciated, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, give him his flowers. Salute you, my brother.
Thurston too. Man, humble.
Yeah.
Man, humble.
Yeah.
You know. Stuck. I forgot Stuck pulled up.
There's not a lot of people, bro, that stood on their square and stayed on that. And stayed on that. A lot of people kept it.
Changed. Play some Skelly.
My brother
Jumped around.
And I ain't mad. Y'all chasing the bag. I'm not mad.
Just be yourself.
But there's not a lot of people. And listen, end of the day, my history cannot be duplicated. So when it comes to boosting and it comes to all that, I did it. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to it, I did it. I lived it. That's why I can have a podcast and talk to Smash, because I know it. You know what I mean?
Dog.
A lot of people out here, you never lived it. You're not doing it. Yeah. And I wonder. You know what I mean? We got another jump off. But before we get into this shit, before we even get into this, I wanted to ask you. You have some good features.
Yeah, alright.
The average MC.
So my features,
not pulling off features like you are. You know
I get in where I fit in. I don't rap. No, I'm saying first off, I rap with people I was fans of. You know what I mean? And when I meet you, as long as you ain't a dickhead, it's going to continue like that, right? Because you may have met some rappers you fans of for 10, 20 years, and you like, yo, this nigga a dickhead, man. I ain't going to buy this shit. So what's funny about me and Bam is I always fuck with Bam as a fan to artist. Mm-hmm. He didn't know me as an artist. This dude Stroke from France. I get this album deal. Me, and again, no booking agent, no manager. I ain't never had none of that. I did all my due diligence myself. I charge homie for track to track until it goes to the whole EP. I mean the EP from LP. So he's like, can you get Shabam Sadiq on a record? I said, yeah, I could. You know, I don't know him personally, but I could reach out. I got a lot of mutual friends. So, long story short, I hit Shabam. I hit him direct. I ain't even say, yo, Brody, da-da-da, yo, da-da. Nah, I hit him direct. Peace. Yo, this Dro, da-da-da-da. Yo, I bet. Yo, that's love. Let's make it happen. So, I'm like, all right, send the bread over here. I make sure Bam get his food. I sent him the joint with 2 16s on it. You know, Bam a gladiator. You know, Bam loved this shit. And I respect that. So, he was like, yo, you gonna send me a record with 2 16s on it? So I had to give you extra, Pesh. So I think he went in for like 24. He ain't spit no 16. I think he might have did 20, 25. Nice. I ain't never sit there and count it. So I meet son for the first time. I think it's me, him, and Lord Digger. Shout to Digger.
All right.
I think we was on 2nd Ave at in the LES when Bam started putting on his shows. And he put me on the bill. So I finally meet him, and I said, yo, peace, B. He was like, yo, what you did was one of the realest, B. I said, nah, that's regular. He's like, nah, nigga, that's one of the real. Yo, Bam, that's regular, B. That's regular. This shit here, this is one of the real.
But respect,
and that's it.
Respect
After that,
is earned, bro. Always respect is earned.
Absolute. I don't want shit handed to me.
And that's something that I hate to say
Shout to Bam.
Whether it's gang code, whether it's work code, that
whatever it is.
Snake shit is a dime a dozen. And
absolute.
A lot of people don't know how to pay homage and pay that forward, you know.
Absolute.
What I mean? It's a big
so
fact.
He was really, receptive for that, and I felt, because I mean, a man of his stature at that point that don't know Dro Pesci could be like, yo, good looks, and
kick rocks
and throw a nigga to the left.
Draga.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Facts.
But he didn't. Then we start, and this is the outcome right here, and we shot the shit up in Spanish Harlem.
Yeah,
and on another cold ass
day. Yo, Dave, you could play this.
Shout to Mo Stafford. Shout to Dave too.
Yo, shout out to Ashley. Shout out to Dave. Congratulations on the wedding. I know I'm coming. That's all I know.
Yeah, congrats. Let's go.
You know what I mean?
Dave and Ashley all day, baby.
We're gonna have Dro Pesci.
They're the people behind this, by the way. So
down.
If y'all liking what you seeing, shout to Dave and Ashley.
You know what I mean?
Feel like I'm locked down, but my mind's running free.
Shout to my man E-Rock, he shot this video.
Me. My block hot, son, I swear it's like 103. We don't even that, we just nod like what up, peace. My stress level.
Yeah, shout to Bam, yo, he'll work hard.
Yo, this is what New York hip-hop sounds like, my people.
I'm mumble C till you push the wrong button, B. Now I gotta switch like a skits, I'm a fucking.
I just sold that rugby.
Yeah.
That's how real it is, the friend shit.
For the fucking queen, a man of respect.
Yeah, that's what it sound like, son.
Around with the best, I'm making all you amateurs jet. Don't pull it out if you can
That's 116th right there.
You got other what other features you have? You have a
I
handful
mean,
of features,
features
right?
we got. I mean, I got Bam. I got
I saw
the
you
features
got
that
Nems,
you
got
heard.
Bam.
I got Nems because again, Nems my people.
Yeah.
So it's like I never hit a nigga I don't know. Like, yo, can I rap with you? It's like the relationship has to be there first. You dig? You know, I don't give a fuck.
I ain't gonna hold you. That
You-
shit sound bananas.
you
You
know-
hit him up. Yo, can I rap with you?
You know what I mean? Like, yo, can I get a verse, nigga? Sounding like Ja Rule. Nah, I remember shout R.I.P. and shout to PH. I love you.
Yeah, man.
I remember when I walked up on UG, the Cellar Dwellers.
All right.
So I see him, he still had his dreads. I like, yo, peace, yo, it's Dro, you know what I mean? He's like, I know who the fuck you is. I know who you is. And I'm
Aight.
like, and we in a packed public assembly. Rock Mars performing. I mean, I think Sean Price recipes, like, yo, dog, the lineup was stacked. He's like, I know who the fuck you is, nigga. I was like, oh, shit. I said, yo, forget, yo, all dick riding aside, number one, I'm
Shout out
a
to
fan,
Cellar
but number
Brothers,
two,
bro.
I'm trying to work. He's like,
Big
anything
fan.
you need, bro. Yo, big shouts to UG, that's big, bro. I love you.
Yeah.
And
Again,
ever
super
since that,
underappreciated.
oh my God, and he a producer,
Super underappreciated.
and he an ill nigga,
I ain't gonna hold you.
good-hearted, all that. Yo,
We
yo,
gotta
I love
make, we
you,
gotta
bro.
make a list of just the super
Yeah,
underappreciated list.
Tame one, R.I.P.
Yo,
Tame one.
R.I.P., man.
He been on my mind heavy, and he in that same shit. Tame was even more odd with the relationship because Tame don't like nobody. Like, I don't like humans. That
Right.
motherfucker really don't like nobody.
Antisocial shit.
So for Tane to be like, yo, I fucks with you, Brody, like, you a super ill nigga. You a Marvel character.
Now, anyone
You know?
outside the loop, when we saying tame, anyone,
Tane Warner,
we talking about tame one,
Artifacts.
Artifacts.
Weathermen,
Hello, keep
you know
up
what I
with the
mean?
combo.
Leak Brothers,
Keep up with the
you know
combo.
what I mean? And you know, that was ill. So I not only have features with Tame, I'm blessed to have a whole fucking album with Tame. We recorded that shit in 08, 09, bro. That
08.
Shout to Mama D, Miss Darlene, his mom.
08. Wow.
Me and
That's crazy,
Mama
bro.
D been in talks. And shout to Nick Jackelson. He did the whole album. That's my man Staten Island, a beast of a
Wow.
producer.
Sitting on the gem
So
right now,
we gonna try to really make that scene. I didn't know exactly how it was gonna come to light after his passing, but I see his mom, who was once his manager, really grinding for him.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
from 8x10s frame to hoodies to tees to whatever. So you know, it's my duty to make that happen. You know,
Yeah.
I talked to Tame. I let you, don't worry, nigga. You know, the revolution will not be televised, and that
Facts.
album will see the light. Worth the
Facts.
worth the everything.
Real legends never die, bro.
You
End
know
of the
what I
day.
mean?
And that's the beauty of it, bro. That's why we say cheers to the real. Because we wanna keep those
Straight
legends.
up.
We wanna keep that energy.
Straight up.
We wanna keep the whole concept alive, bro. Like
Yeah.
y'all got us fucked up. You
For
tainted
real.
the game.
For real, this shit.
You know what I mean?
This this thing of ours, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not to
Yeah.
fuck with y'all letter boys. We talking about rap here. This thing of ours, like.
Big facts.
You know, but with the features, there's been so many, man. I've been so blessed to get.
Because I only say that because the average rapper coming up, regardless of age bracket, you know, you might have a young 13, 14-year-old coming up. What would you say is the best way for that person to go and get a feature?
I mean, number one,
Regardless who the feature is, right? Because it's different genres of music. So
it all depends. All right, so it depends on your budget, right? If you're independent and you don't have much of a budget, then I'm gonna say work your fucking ass off.
Mhm.
You know, grind, put records out, do videos, do your collabs, man. Do your collabs because
Facts.
and don't be you know, too concerned with what the fuck you getting paid for. Do them collabs because then people are gonna help you in your earlier stages. You know what I'm saying? Get your name out there and be yourself, man. Don't dumb down. Don't watch what nobody else doing. And you know, cause what what may work for me may not work for you, and vice versa.
It's sticking to your square and standing on your square is
and build the
something that's hard.
relationships.
It's hard for people.
No, you know,
relationships
is
are key,
everything.
man. I think that's key.
It's in
any facet,
I'll
even
give
work. You know what I mean?
I'll give you a real
relationships.
quick example, and I'm not gonna say the dude's
Dave,
name.
you can pull up the next video. By
I'm
the
not
way,
gonna say his name because he's a legend. Real quick. I had hit somebody, yo, da 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 da. I'm a fan. I would love to. All right, he said, "What's your budget?" I don't like that question because I don't want to answer you disrespectfully.
Yeah.
My budget may be $100 fucking, but
And
you
then
worth
what?
10,000.
Hello.
You feel me?
Facts.
So I'm like, yo, I don't really like that question. No disrespect. You know what I'm saying, Dro? And that's a love. He asking me out of love. He don't even know me yet.
Straight
he just
shooter
know
shit. Nah, some
I've
straight
been
shooter.
seeing you grinding
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
while.
yeah.
So I didn't answer. Because I didn't know how to answer. P.S. 3 years later, I did a song with him for free. Because he see my grind. I'm not going to say his name, though. So that's my advice to all y'all independent artists. Whoever y'all want to rap with, just do you and you got to earn it. You got to earn it. You got to pay your dues, do your due diligence and all that.
For younger people who are going to watch this, under the age bracket of where we fall,
Uh-huh.
Was there a point that you're putting music out that you say, I'm gonna give this up, I'm closing shop, I'm not gonna rap no more?
I would say a lot of times. Well, I mean, first off, I know, it's time sensitive. I missed my boat, dog. I could have been on Future Flavors with Marley Marl and all that. Like, they was calling me from that because in Staten Island, we used to do a open mic. I was the illest freestyler back in the day. Like, when I mean freestyle, it was like, yo, raw to the core, drinking Heineken, 12-ounce cans, niggas get spammed, all that.
Yeah,
all right?
Yeah.
So motherfuckers didn't believe, and I'm talking from like 14 to like
It was like, he
to like 25.
He can't be doing this.
They're
off
like,
the
nah,
top.
he lying. I'm like, yo, Polo, sweet, all that. And then they were like, oh. So, and this was before camera phones.
Right.
So my man Nick Jackelson, my man Insight, rest in peace, was doing the ones and twos and all that. And my man DJ XL, Tony Tio, and J Force, they was all up with Marley. That's when it went to Sunday night on Hot 97, right before Stretch. And they used to always go there and be like, yo, you just really spit 430 bars off the top of the dome? Like, you ain't write none of that? I'm like, nah, nigga, I don't write. I don't write. I didn't know what bars was back then. I didn't write no fucking verse. They was like, I said, oh, what's that, the Bloody Money beat? And
Murder.
Motherfucking Punisher Gat came out, and that was it. Bananas went everywhere. So I didn't take it serious, nigga. I was having fun. I made my money as a young kid. I didn't give a fuck. It wasn't a dream that was going to come true for me to be a fucking rapper, So I didn't take it serious.
Funny you say that. Even myself as an artist, I think after the third or fourth go around with a label, you figure out this is not the business I want to be entangled in. Then when you get into now, AKA the future, and you get into 05, 10, 2015, we're moving into apps, we're moving into face recognition.
Oh shit.
Right? So something that I have asked other artists, and I asked you, how do we even protect our identity online at that point, right? How do you protect someone from creating
I mean, dog, usually I have some answers. I have an answer for every question.
Yeah, right?
I'm going to tell you this. There's like 5 fake Dro Pesci's running around. And I'm going to tell you this, and it's going to spin your head like the fucking Exorcist, is I own the goddamn name.
Go figure.
I trademarked the fucking name, man.
Smart man.
So I couldn't, if you go to my Twitter, it's at the real Dro Pesci. I can't even get Dro Pesci.
So good.
But I fucking own it.
Good learning lesson, right? So would you not, a good learning lesson for younger guys coming up, right? You do the mathematics to your business so you have a good foundation.
If you really believe in yourself or that product that you pushing, like, I was told if I asked 999 people what they thought about the name Dro Pesci, only one said that shit is ass, and it was a girl I wouldn't fuck. White girl I wouldn't fuck. I that fucking name. I'm like, all right, ain't nobody asked you, but all right, no doubt. You know what I mean? Everybody was like, you need to trademark that shit.
But let me tell you,
even
even
it did nothing for me.
the 90s, like for you to get a buzz in the 90s compared to now is different.
Entirely
Right,
different.
and just like for you to get a buzz in the 80s was different to the 90s, right? 70s different, right? I will say one thing that has stand the test of time is payola, is paying, right? So
Factual.
whether it's the 20s, whether it's the 50s,
Factual.
if you pay, you play.
play. Yup.
That is the name of the
Yup.
game. So
And you could fake everything
you know,
and buy everything.
I mean, listen, end of the day, if you're willing to pay for it, like anything else, if you're willing to pay for ass, sure, go
But
to
take your fucking money.
No, yeah, that's my thing. Listen, go to Colombia, right, and act like you got it like that, and pay to play,
Yeah.
and see where it ends up.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's
Yeah.
the same thing with music. It's the same thing, and there's no foundation to it. You
Absolute.
just throwing money out
Absolute.
there.
You paying
You
for a
getting
service.
rubbish services.
Exactly. Exactly.
Rubbish
no matter
services.
what it is, you getting that
You're
no
gonna
frills.
get rubbish backing on that end too. You know what I mean?
Getting that aluminum foil, nigga.
Bro, you're gonna come back with problems. I actually just saw like 8 or 9, 10 people being murdered on some like Passport Bros type vibe. They go to Colombia.
Yeah, nah, I believe it. I mean,
Dave, you
know,
could play the next one in the midst of us talking,
people
but
forget.
yeah, people forget, right?
Oh yeah, this, it goes back to the features. Every feature's home team. You know
Right.
what I mean? So,
So again,
shout-
this is curated content. I went through shit. I was like, oh man, this is hard.
So this whole my part was shot through all Staten Island. Vic Rhymes did the beat.
Right.
Shout to my man Vic. I pulled up on Nems. Nems wanted to shoot his shit in Coney. It's only right. I pulled up on him. And then I pulled up on Jux. That's when Jux lived in the X. So you got Staten scenes, you got Coney scenes, and you got Bronx scenes. And then you got some B-roll with some motherfuckers I don't even know. I'ma keep it down. There's some niggas on bikes I ain't never met in my life, but salute, you made the video,
You
B.
made the vid.
And once again, shout to my brother Mo Stafford on the lens, on the direction, on the editing, all that. It's funny because right under that scaffold, I forgot whose moms I met. I met a legendary DJ. It wasn't Doo-Wop. I met their
Shout
moms
out to
on that
Doo-Wop.
corner. It was Webster, my nigga. I was on Webster in like 208 or something. I think it was like 208 or 205 on Webster. And she said, what you doing, shooting a video? And I chopped it up with this lady, sweetheart of a lady. And she was like, yeah, I'm so-and-so's moms. And I'm like, yo, I heard of your son. Like, I heard of your son. I can't tell you who it is because I don't remember. I mean, we shot this video over 5 joints.
Yeah. Listen, but give again. Give these people understanding. Like you ain't just pop out yesterday.
Nah, I've been
these people know, son.
I've been writing and rapping my whole life. I mean, cause it's therapeutic. You feel me? So, as far as writing and recording, I've been doing it. I would say till I'm since I'm like 12 years old, I was writing music. But dropping and recording and releasing music, I ain't released music till probably my 20s. My 20s. 07 was my 07 was my official first release. And I mean, I had meetings with Violator back then. They wasn't talking about nothing. I had meetings with majors, but they was a circus. You know what it was back then.
Yeah.
Promising you the world and not getting nothing.
Yup. I know how it is, bro.
Shout to Nems though, he doing his numbers. Nems always, that's my nigga, man. I know Nems over 20 joints.
Yup.
Nems moved to Staten at a short period of time. I moved to Staten. Our moms was the few Latin women in a pretty predominantly white area.
Yep.
His moms had the whip. My moms didn't. She never drove. They hit it off. Bang, 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 bang. Me and this fool was smoking Newport Hundreds, throwing our dirt at 11, 12.
Funny thing.
And
So
we had
I'll
fun.
even
Shout
ask
to
you
Nam.
because he's biracial, like myself, and I I know your background. So I ask you, like, what's the connection and where we are with race relations and hip hop, and how do you feel with that? Like, how do you feel the impact of race relations with hip hop?
I feel every individual you ask is gonna give you a different answer, right?
Because back then,
Certain
there weren't a
people-
lot of biracial rappers. Like someone like
Oh, hell
Nems
no.
or myself,
Hell no.
that you say you Irish and you Puerto Rican.
Hell no.
Or
just even
or you
Puerto
Asian
Rican,
and black,
or
or-
just Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Like let's go back to that. Like we wasn't getting all our love back then. Like if
I
you
don't
was
even
a-
think now
you do
that we
exact-
still get the 100%.
exactly. So it's like I think depending on who you ask, people are gonna stand on they shit and they gonna be like, nah, nigga, they don't belong here. And then you're gonna get a handful of people that be like, yo, you know what? Yeah, they do belong here. Me,
I think
I
it's
live
regional,
life
man.
colorblind. I live life colorblind.
It's
I have
regional.
all kind of colors and fucking people in my family.
Because you go out to Texas, you go out to certain border states.
They show you love, right?
Yeah.
I got more love in the South. Yo, that Southern hospitality,
Yeah.
that shit ain't no cliche, bro. That is real.
And let's not get it twisted. Shout out to everybody in the South. For those that have
All
never
day.
visited
All
the
day.
United States of America, please, by all means, we have some beautiful cities. New Orleans, Texas, you know what I mean? Tampa.
Nah, that's-
we
yo,
got some beautiful cities.
All the Carolinas, they all show me love.
with
You know, everything.
With the
dog.
understanding of-
Texas, Arizona, like I got love from all of the South.
there's some hip hop zone. Listen,
Even if they don't know you.
I
dog.
even think years ago hip hop was regional. Everybody had their own sound,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, absolute.
I think we're gonna get back to that, where it's a little bit more,
It could be. It
you
could
know what I mean,
be.
broken down.
You know,
What-
I think the South gonna just always extend their hand away from us.
Listen,
though.
before
You
we get
know,
into
and
this
I'm not-
next video,
Yeah.
the South brought partying back to hip hop.
Listen, I fuck with the South. Ain't nothing but love for the
Listen.
South. I don't have to buy the records to have
I
love
lived in
for
South
you.
Carolina. The South turned up.
Yeah,
They brought the
yeah.
partying back.
Nah, that's factual,
Listen,
bro.
when you in a room full of females, I'm not trying to
Yeah.
hear the lyrical.
Yeah,
Supreme,
nah.
You know, I don't want nah.
Ain't that kind of party, man.
Let's party.
Absolute.
And credit to the South, y'all did it the right way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Y'all
nah,
did
shout
it
to
the
the
right
South,
way.
man. And y'all got unity, man. Y'all got something that every other
I've
region
always said
needs.
that.
We need motherfucking unity. I know we've been saying that for 10 years.
I've
now.
always said that
You know what
New
I mean?
York, we don't have unity. We have so many talented people.
It's because we're
Um,
so competitive, man. We're so competitive. And everybody fucking lying.
Exactly.
Just be competitive and
Let's get to this next joint.
Let's get it.
Roll
up, smoke something.
Uh-huh.
It's your boy Dro Pesci. You
Yeah,
tuned
so
in to
this
Dro
shit-
Pesci podcast. On
This
tonight's
shit,
show,
I got,
we
all right, so I got the podcast,
Good,
right?
good concept.
I got the podcast.
Uh-huh.
We had it since way before COVID. COVID came around, put a fork in our road.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So, how you got Dro Pesci is your boy ain't getting no haircut the whole time COVID came. So I was growing it out. I was getting my little skin taper, you know, shaping my face up. Bang, 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 bang. You know, shout out to my man DB Elias Christ, he on the hook.
All right.
We shot that a Method Man video.
All right.
Not this is in my building, and then we shot where you see me and DV when he's singing. That's a Method Man video on Sand Street, right there on my way. You know what I mean? That's another location. You know, but you know the podcast coming out. You know what I'm saying? We waiting on guests. You smoke, so
You
you
know
know
it.
you a guest. All I ask from my guests is y'all gotta smoke.
Yeah,
and y'all
that's
gotta
it.
be over 18.
That's
it. So you Gucci. You know that.
I passed that.
Uh-huh.
I'm in.
You know, DV, my brother, another, you know, that's my man Cortez. Shout out to Cortez,
Alright.
the ill battle rapper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he dope.
Yeah, he dope.
Super dope.
He do
Super
his
dope.
motherfucking numbers, man.
Yeah, he's super dope.
I don't fuck with a lot of battle rappers, but core, I fuck with Taz, man.
Yeah,
I
he's
do.
super dope.
But cause he a humble nigga too.
Yeah,
He a
for
humble
sure,
nigga.
for sure.
You know, some of these dudes average and they just far from humble.
That's what's funny
That's my
about
man
it.
Tito. Shout my man Tito. That's my brother right there. But yeah, this was a fun video, you know what I'm saying? Like, just smoking a whole lot of weed. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Nick
I-
Jackelson did the beat. This is actually the theme song to the podcast. That's why I didn't release it. If you notice, it's not released. You can't buy this. You can't stream this. You can only watch
you
the
go.
video on YouTube. That's all I gave you.
Exclusive right here,
You
baby.
know what I mean? Because I want me, my man Nick, who I know Nick since we was kids. I want niggas to get paid.
Yeah.
I want niggas to get paid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, Nick deserve a fat check, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, that's how that went, man. We probably smoked the O with this shit.
Content kings, baby.
That was
crazy.
that was mint chocolate chip. That shit was
beautiful
great.
right now.
For real.
And people, for those that don't know, New York right now is the Wild Wild West with the bud.
Yeah,
you know, for everybody talking about Amsterdam, but let me tell you, New York, we have multiple homegrown strains.
Oh, our black market is exquisite.
It is straight
our black
fire out here right now.
It's been for years. I mean, if you go into a dispensary, I feel bad for you.
And we ain't talking sour diesel.
Yeah, nah. I caught some red velvet cake the other day.
All right.
Got the shit called Blue Gummy Shark.
Blue Gummy Shark.
Shit smelling like Jaws, nigga. Break a limb, motherfucker.
Yo, who would have known, right? With all these crazy strains, right?
Yo, the names is out of hand, bro. But that's why I need you to come on the podcast and we could shoot
that up, right?
Because you're gonna be smoking. That's all you're gonna be doing on my shit.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
Dave, you could pull up the next clip. I got some other stuff that we could get into.
Shout
I got
to Dave,
some
bro.
current events. So before we even play this,
all right.
Yeah, we could try, but
I'm with red flags. Let's go.
Yeah, so before we even get into it, just a context that politically we're going through a little highs and lows.
Yeah,
I think in New York,
a lot of lows.
For those that don't know, we have a crazy migrant influx.
Yeah, it's been
and
crazy.
Politically we're going through a weird time, so to speak, right? What's happening to budgets? There's a lot of things going on right now.
It's crazy, dog.
There's a lot of pros and cons on both sides of the aisle, but Staten Island does have a certain demographic that they're not playing that bullshit.
They're not playing that bullshit.
And
it's funny.
it's a heavy Republican
they are
neck
heavy
of the woods,
Republican.
right?
I don't
Heavy
see
conservative.
Yeah.
And they are not playing around, and at this point,
Fear Staten Island's protest over.
But
I can imagine
I'm gonna
the
say
footage
one
I'ma
thing.
see around there.
Yeah.
Bunch of Karens in this motherfucker.
But before we play this, I'm gonna say one thing: is that the media, regardless of what outlet, is gonna spin things a certain way.
Of course, I'm glad for the listeners. You need to understand that.
I don't care.
I know
what
that.
outlet. They're going to spin it a certain way.
Absolutely.
I just happened to grab this particular clip because it serves the needs of the podcast. Shout out to my man, Steve. Let's go.
Let's get it.
Arriving at the school this morning despite a lawsuit trying to block the site from being used as a shelter. And over the course of the day, there were two contradictory rulings.
So Staten Island doesn't want a migrant.
Staten Island now, and Sharon, will the migrants stay or will they be forced to go?
Well, see, for now, the asylum seekers are going to be staying right here in this neighborhood, in a school that's no longer being used as a school that the city owns. And I have to tell you that the residents in this neighborhood are not happy about it. They've been staging protests all day, and they are vowing to continue to fight until these asylum seekers are moved to someone else's.
I like how
continuing.
Continue to fight.
Very much, Mayor
Yo,
Adam.
my girl.
Wait,
hold on. Listen to her.
I got the monocle.
Yo, she's the
I got
best.
the ravioli.
Bro, she's the best.
I fucks with her.
Yo,
I'm just saying, though.
I want her as my neighbor. Watch her.
Took those objections to court.
She probably cooked the shit out that kitchen.
She got the 15 seconds of fame and she milked it. Watch.
Adams' administration cannot use this old Catholic school building to house
What's
migrants.
that, St. John Villa?
The city fought back, and just a few hours later, a higher court judge reversed the lower court's ruling, meaning the migrants can stay put.
You should put them in your backyard. Go bring them to Gracie Mansion. We didn't vote for this over here. We don't want you here. Take them and get the hell out of here.
Tensions boiled
Yo,
over
the world is cold, though.
Police
You know what I'm saying? Yo, Staten Island
Scott
is hard,
lives
though.
in the house
That nigga look
right
familiar as
next door
shit.
to what
I
is
don't know
now
him, but
a
he
Yeah.
look
shelter.
familiar as shit.
It's a safety issue. You're bringing people that we don't know what the backgrounds are,
Grip
where
up.
they've been,
Grip
what they've
up.
done.
The mayor's
He
office says
ain't
that
lying.
less
Get
than
the extendo,
2%
grip
of
up.
the
I'm saying.
59,000
He ain't lying.
asylum
Like, nah,
seekers the
he
city is
put- he
caring
got
for
kids and
are
wife.
being
You know, I
sheltered
can
on
respect
Staten
it.
Island.
This is a national problem. We are not the only city that is burdened with it, but we certainly have
But
more,
it's all
more
by
than our
design.
share.
The
man.
mayor's
mean,
chief of
so
staff
my-
at the
my
United
question-
States of New
my
York this
question
morning
to
says
you is,
the federal government needs to do more
how do
to
you
help New
how do you
York City
personally
manage
feel
this
about
crisis.
What New York City
the
faces
migrant
is more
situation in
as
New
a
York?
municipality that is
Alright, so
carrying a national
first
issue
off,
on its
it's
back.
all by fucking design. That's number one. I mean, this shit, it's not spontaneous. Number two, how I say this,
Without offending anybody?
no, fuck that. Fuck that. This is raw and uncut.
Right.
I really don't give a fuck too much about them. You know, like they're not, meaning, not like negatively, meaning like y'all not really affecting my dinner tonight.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. I got you.
But,
Dave, you can play that next one.
But, it's like this, respectfully. Let's use the word respectfully, right? We're all fucking immigrants and or migrants.
Right.
However you want to word us
Right,
and
right.
put them damn quotations. It's how we came about it, right? It's like your mom saying, yo, it's not what you say, it's how you say it, though.
Big
Tommy,
facts.
right? So you could be like, nah, I don't like that food. Or you could be like, that food is fucking ass. It's a different story. You might get whacked. Bakata. When you say that food is ass, but I don't like that food. Okay, Tom, you're not going to eat tonight then.
Right.
And we're going to leave it at that. It's respectful. So I don't really have no qualms with them as long as, I mean, to make it fair, let them move how we need to move. You understand? If we have to pay certain shit, make them pay certain shit. If our kids have to do certain shit, their kids should have to do certain shit. But they not doing that.
I hate to say it.
They not doing
and I'm
that.
gonna keep it all the way a buck that it's a rabbit hole of deceit and deception.
Absolute.
And I love my country, but I can never trust the government.
Same here.
So with that being said,
Same here.
like when I see what's happening at the border, again, like you said, it's self-sabotage. There's a lot of things that's happening that it's like, this is deeper than just us trying to help the average family.
Exactly.
Like
We
now,
setting some shit up.
Now we're getting into it's becoming a little more political or just straight naive.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
it can't-
just look at the numbers.
It
And
can't
again,
be that naive though.
and
It's
I
like-
understand a lot of Mexicans, their position that California was stolen and Mexico was stolen.
Then we
and,
could
and
talk
we're getting
about
into the
all
revolutionary
that. Yeah,
talk.
we could talk about all that
right?
for another week. Columbus.
Yeah,
and all this shit. But that's irrelevant to today.
if you minus the hate and the rhetoric of the country, and you minus the slave trade, and you minus the history, and you minus all that, and you just deal with the fact that you do have an influx of humanity coming at the border, and there's no services, there's no outlet, there's no plan. When you tell me that random people can come in, and now we're gonna execute them, what? A desk? Appearance, a ticket?
Nah, it's not going
Come
down
on,
like
son.
that. Nah.
Because I know in my mind I can't sneak into Haiti. I can't sneak into Colombia.
Exactly.
I can't.
We can't
imagine
do
imagine
shit
me and
over
you
there.
doing. Let's do the opposite.
But that's what I'm
Let's
saying.
start a podcast and I do the opposite. I go from New York and I'm gonna migrate my way all the way down to Peru.
Yeah.
And I want you to take care of me. I want you to give me water. I want you to feed me. I want you to help me on my migration to no man's
Why
land.
y'all can't do what the fuck everybody else supposed to do?
Listen.
Right?
Listen.
You just ran the race, right? You in the race now, so now you gotta earn your keep, nigga.
And I think people going into this politically who thought it's the right thing to do, a lot of my, they're on that side of the aisle. They said, listen, this is the right thing to do. I think they're realizing, like, wait a minute, we don't have the money for this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We don't have the money for this.
Yeah. Nah, I don't think they're ready for that, man.
Listen.
But it's all by design. Everything that's coming our way is all by design.
Yeah. Fact,
however they want to present it to us.
Fact.
You know what I
Whether
mean?
we talking about barcodes or we talking about, gene code and we talking about
Absolute.
cloning. You know what I mean? last clip before we get into an
KRS.
outro or anything else. I wanted to get your opinion. Just current event mode and things
What
that's
he
relevant.
did now, man. What
So
he did now.
KRS-One, icon. We love him out here in New York. He made a comment. I don't know if you're relevant. Did you see how the relevancy of it?
I ain't see it.
Okay.
I try to not pay attention.
So it's
to a
even
lot of
better
shit.
because I'm gonna get a raw emotion
Yeah,
from
nah,
you.
let's get it. Let's get it.
So, just to keep it in context, backstory, we had the Grammys, and KRS-One made some opinions about hip-hop and the relationship to the Grammys,
Right.
and how the Grammys and hip-hop should not be one of the same. We should not be participating in the Grammys. That is the OG's opinion, and I'm going to let him say it. And here we go. Cheers to the Real Podcast. KRS-One, let's go.
Show last night, that Grammy thing, and I was kind of upset that you wasn't there, but that's different. What do you think about it?
Yup. You can put that up. There we go. Thank you, my brother.
I saw a snippet. I think I came in on the end last night. I threatened to
He's
go
talking
back
about the Grammys
somewhere,
right
maybe
now.
online or something. See, I didn't see them repeat it or anything like that.
For the 50 years of
I was
hip-hop.
asked about 2 months ago. They
Which
asked me
a lot
to
of
do it, and I
people
turned
took
them down.
an offense. They did some dumb
and,
shit, right? They did some dumb shit.
With all
I didn't
due
watch
respect,
it. I don't watch
Cool J
them.
himself called me, spoke to my wife, and
50 years
pretty
of
much
hip-hop,
begged for me to
which
be
is
on the
monumental.
show. But we turned them down. And
said we turned them
reason being is because I know people don't understand this. And actually, let me get to the question of the S1Ws, but I'll say this into the record that I know people don't understand this. And I say this respectfully, like say don't understand this, meaning that
He's going to break it down right now.
KRS-One
I'm going to go quick round. You need another round?
is a hip-hop extremist.
I go another one.
I'm not violent, violent extremist, no.
He says,
I'm insane with this culture.
Uh-huh.
I know I must have lost my mind in this.
I love that this is the first time he's seeing this, so I'm getting good reaction.
I don't fight it.
Yeah.
I don't apologize for it. I recognize that my experience in this thing called hip-hop is different from mostly everybody else's experience with hip-hop. Having said that, I know I have knowledge of myself. I am aware of who I am and what I'm worth in this culture. I hold myself out as an orthodox hip-hopper.
I love that line right there.
Meaning that one of us are going to have to sacrifice, I would say, because it's not really even a sacrifice, but that's the word. One of us are going to have to sacrifice our careers or our whatever you're supposed to get in this industry. We're going to have to sacrifice the success of industry to maintain culture, that things like remember the Sabbath to keep it holy.
Wow.
Not
He ain't
Sunday
lying.
is holy.
So they
because we
asking
said
them,
so.
you
No,
know,
it's your remembrance
why you
of
ain't?
the Sabbath.
Why did you not
that keeps it
participate?
holy.
I respect it.
If you don't remember the
respect
Sabbath,
it.
it ain't
And then-
holy. It's just another Sunday, another Saturday.
Nah, we
another
don't
Friday.
belong with no
It is
fucking
what it is.
Grammys, bro.
But if you
Grammys?
remember it
Grammys?
as sacred, it becomes sacred.
Grammys ain't shit.
I remember hip-hop.
The analogy
as
he
sacred.
uses about the
Others
Sabbath,
don't think of
I
hip-hop like
thought
this,
was
and I ain't
brilliant.
trying to force my way on nobody.
Nah, he killing
But
it.
I'm
and
having an
the
experience
fact that
within hip-hop.
he made the analogy
that's
of
offering
keeping it
me
holy.
Word. And I'm not, I probably catch
Health,
a lot of slack. I might not be
awareness,
the biggest KRS
wealth,
fan in this day and age.
Right,
knowledge.
I ain't gonna hold you.
right.
You feel me?
Right.
So I know I might catch slack and niggas trying to butcher me
So
for that.
for me,
But I still respect
I walk down the street.
old boy
And the
on
people-
all this. I
old
do.
people-
And I don't think we
I
should
mean,
mingle
how
with
many
the
how many
fucking
people do we
Grammys.
have in our culture
KRS,
who would
keep doing
sit there
Who
and
would
do
say
that.
that?
You the real, you the one, you, Chris.
Who would
It
do that?
depends what
I
their
don't
age
take
and what
that
their
in his
stance
ego.
is. Are
Yeah,
they
I'm the
over a
man.
certain age? Do they
Nah.
need anybody?
You're expecting something
Can they tell
from
the
me.
truth? Can
I
they tell
look
they
like
true
something to you.
opinion
And what
and
I look
not
like to you
block
is
any
good.
blessings? You feel me?
I don't want to
You know,
fuck that
I mean,
up.
he older.
Okay,
He not really
He knows,
concerned.
like he says here, he knows his place.
Inspiring
Yeah.
you towards
Which I can
something.
respect. I can really
Spirituality,
respect that.
maybe
And
your
like I said, I'm
blackness,
not the
maybe
biggest
hip-hop,
KRS fan
whatever.
today in January of 2024. I'm
So
not.
I look at
I
myself
state
and I
that to
carry
anybody.
myself a certain
But
way.
respect is given
I
all the
restrict
time.
myself
All the
in a
time.
certain way. I
And I agree
discipline
with him.
myself in a certain way because I know who I am in
I
this
don't
culture.
like. I wanted to answer you right off the bat. Like, nah,
You're
we
in
don't
the
mix.
temple of
nigga.
hip-hop.
We don't
This
mix.
is
Like
our
this
home.
shit and the Grammys don't mix. I already
This
know that.
place, this institution can never side with, come under, understand the exploitation of our culture.
Absolute. That's real.
Never
That's
will you
real.
ever
And that's gonna
see
go
me
over a lot of heads,
standing
bro.
in the
That's gonna
environment
go
where
over
our
a lot
culture
of
is
heads.
being exploited.
For real.
Or if you do see
The
me
same
there,
reason why we don't get nothing
Bravo.
for stream.
This thing's gonna
Bravo.
They get everything, Brody.
I'm
It's
there.
the
Bravo.
same shit to your streaming question.
If you see
You
me
feel
in a
me?
Yo,
situation
bravo
like
to
that,
the
you say, yo,
Blastmaster.
watch out.
I'm saying.
Something's about to
Bravo.
happen.
Yo,
Turn your
facts.
cameras on.
But you
Bravo.
see what I'm
Something's about to
saying?
go down. Why
Like
is
that
Chris
go
here?
back to the
Why
question
is
you
he
asked
here?
me earlier.
Something's about to. He gonna
Same
say
shit,
some
my
shit.
Yeah.
Right
We
now.
don't have
That
we don't
is
have a
gonna,
lot
you know.
of elders and leaders
Having said
that could actually take that position.
Well, nah.
So when I got
Because
they
everybody
too-
out for the bag.
They too scared. Oh my
Everybody out for
God,
the
I'm
bag.
not gonna get my money. I'm not, man. Please.
Everybody
Nah,
out
I
for the
respect
bag.
that. I really
son.
do. I really do
That's
respect
rare.
it.
So when I heard it, I wanted to share it with you.
Yeah.
Just to get an opinion.
I respect it, and I agree, outright. I don't think we should mix. You know what I mean? Like, listen, man, pits and poodles don't mix for a reason.
Amen.
You know what I mean? Like, it's straight like that. So only certain things mesh, and that ain't
Listen, man, for those that are tuning in, this is the Cheers of the Real podcast. We out here blasting off with the one and only. It's art, it's music, it's culture.
Shit.
And listen, before we get out of here, give people a good understanding. I think I told you off camera, I'm coming out with a documentary called The Labor of Love.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a context because there's a million people that are like me and you.
Yeah.
Where we're in a certain age bracket that they say maybe you shouldn't do this anymore, but you still do it. You love it. You get your numbers. You do your flips.
Ain't no
you got a
age.
lane.
Yeah.
Right. I've always told people, listen, I'll stop doing it once there's no lane for what I
It's
do.
like you stop doing it when you feel like stop doing it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like, there's no age limit to shit. That's number one, because everybody different.
Give people a breakdown of the fucking labor of love, bro. Like the real deal. Like this ain't for everybody.
It's not for everybody, and
Let 'em know.
And we need y'all to understand that, man. Just like I ain't try to be a fucking doctor, or I didn't try to go be a NASCAR driver, or
Because how many no's you
plumber.
get before you get a yes, right?
That's what I'm saying. Just understand, like, all right.
There's gonna be a lot of no's.
So there's things you want to do in life for occupation, and then there's realistic occupations. You understand that?
Right.
Like, and y'all fucking human beings need to understand that. We
Right.
need less rappers in the world. Way less rappers.
I've always said that, my brother.
Way less producers. Way less videographers. We
Yep.
need more good doctors that can give a
Amen,
fuck
brother.
about
Amen.
lives.
Amen.
We
Cheers to
need
that.
better priests for people that go to church. We need better cooks. All that. Listen,
agree with
I'm
you,
not
my
going to
brother.
sit
Yes,
here
sir.
with the
Yes, sir.
38 different jobs that
Yes,
we
sir.
need. This shit ain't for everybody. Just like I don't want to cut somebody's lawn tomorrow, y'all shouldn't want to fucking rap. All right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to take constructive criticism. To all those who are friends with upcoming rappers, aspiring rappers, do your due diligence, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Tell that man he's whack if he's whack. Do the world a favor, do him a favor, and do yourself a favor, because you're going to open a million cans of worms.
I have said that,
and
right?
You're going to gas that man.
Yeah, man.
And he going to torment your fucking life, because you're the only asshole that actually told him he's good when he's trash. You should have told him, listen, you're in school, and you on the route to being the best pharmaceutical,
we live in an
whatever
industry
you
full
may
of them.
do.
Full of them.
Everything's not for everybody. We all, as human beings, need to understand that. We don't need no more rappers, please.
Yeah, we got a lot of rappers out here.
Please. And,
we got a lot of rappers
in 2024, it's not like we giving too much of a message out there. I know I'm not. I don't listen to music to get a message, nigga. I graduated.
Not anymore.
I got, you know what I mean?
Anymore.
Like the mood music is gone, all that. R&B's gone. Like, I listen to 90s shit. I don't, unless you talking some street shit that I can relate to, I really don't. And that's ignorance. What I just said is ignorance. I will admit that, because I'm a 40-year-old.
Is it not amazing how the 90s is still relevant now?
It's relevant.
Is it not
History
amazing
repeats
when we still see 90s artists touring? Is it not amazing?
I love it. I fucking love it. Because like your man said, like, they ain't, first of all, 40 to new 30. And that means from looks to finances,
right?
To bank accounts, to mortgage rates, to everything. That's not just the look, but we supposed to look this fucking good, nigga.
Hip hop is a young man's sport.
Over 40, over 50. I mean, these dudes been touring since 18 years old.
And
they still look great.
Yeah.
No homo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? And there is no...
Hip-hop does keep you young. I ain't gonna lie. Hip-hop is like the Peter Pan syndrome and shit.
Yeah,
It does keep you a little bit young. I'm not gonna lie, but I think there is a tipping point, and you might agree that there are people within our community, like fam, act your fucking age. You're wilding out right now.
Yeah. I guess it's the way you drive. I mean,
you know what I mean?
You spit.
You're like, hold up.
Yeah.
What's going on right now?
You
how old, son?
When you record, do what you do. But there be some like 52-year-olds, you be like, yo.
Oh, wait, whoa.
Hey, give your grandson his jeans back, nigga.
You be like, hold up.
I know they ain't your kicks, man.
Hold
Them
up.
LeBrons ain't your kicks, man. Hey, yo, Pop. Give him back, nigga. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, but be yourself, man. Just do
and
what
I'm
you
biased
do.
because I know you said there's no age in it, but I'm a little biased because I tend to think, and it's something that I've expressed to other artists, that I think there is an expiration date on hip-hop artists. I only say that for myself as someone who's been on labels with a budget, a timeline, and I feel that as an owner, when you're looking at it as a person who's investing, the trend of where you see what's successful are kids.
I agree.
From 15 till about 27.
Yeah.
Right? So when you deal with these ultra successful people, they're looking for a target audience, a target flip.
Of course.
A target, like a quick bam, bam.
investment.
Boom. Yeah.
So when you're in your 40s, you already came to the realization, yo, homie, I ain't your fucking investment.
Right. Right.
So we all, if we got decent deals at 17, would have signed the fucked up deal. Every one of us, nigga. With one or two parents home, it don't matter.
Signed a
it
miserable
don't matter
deal.
our living arrangements.
Yeah, I signed a
none of
miserable
our
deal.
parents were fucking lawyers.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
read, you right?
Yeah.
All right. So it would have happened. You know what I mean? So it's up to us to just keep, building with the times and understanding. And, the people that's going to get burnt is going to be that of a certain age because they're prime real estate. You know what I mean? Niggas like me and you, we ain't prime real estate no more. It don't matter how nice we are. They going to be like, yo, you got a little brother? You got a son at 16? 'Cause we'll sign that motherfucker up now and start raping.
The streets
and I
are
mean
hungry.
financially. I mean financially.
The streets
raping.
are hungry.
But you know what I mean? Because we ain't shipped to these motherfuckers but
the
a
streets are hungry.
slave / investment.
The one thing I'll say, and I appreciate about your grind, that you stay relevant, you stay productive, you stay doing great collabos, you stay in the face of people, is that like where we are from 90 artists to make those transitions and where we are now, you have a lot of avenues to make money. There's a lot of avenues to do quick little single deals, little quick flip collabos. There's a lot of like little, where years ago
there
wasn't there like that. You know what I mean? It wasn't there like that.
It's, how I say it like this is like I realized years ago, if you're thinking about money first, your music ain't gonna be to the best potential.
No, it gets
And
tainted.
It gets tainted because you're gonna sell out in one of them 16 bars. You're gonna sell out in 4 of them 16 bars, or all of the chorus, or whatever the fuck case may be. You know what I mean? When you go in there and be like, yo, Brody hit me with this, whoop. Like, I don't give a fuck about Brad. I'ma put my shit on
You know
this.
what's funny is that hip-hop might be the only, and tell me if you agree, give me your opinion. Hip-hop, in my opinion, only genre that cares about keeping it real. Like rock, these other genres are only concerned about creating good product.
The music.
The
what
music.
actually matters.
Right.
So everybody care about keeping
correct.
it,
What actually matters.
But everybody keeping it real because why? Because the powers that be that pull the strings are making sure.
But that's what's ironic is that it's not really real. It's manufactured.
It's all fake. It's all fake. So y'all sitting there as the viewers like, yo, son ain't get shot 19 times.
I think 6ix9ine.
So I ain't gonna buy the nigga shit.
6ix9ine. Thank you very much for exposing the fraudulence.
I said it years ago. I was like, I think I walked out of a meeting one day with a major. I don't know who it was. It could have been Atlantic. It could have been Koch. Nah, it wasn't Koch because Koch was more than fair. It was Atlantic or Violator. And
Dave,
shit.
you can play the next video.
I say, yo, I get it. I ain't got like 9 shots. I ain't got 9 shots. I get it. That's why the advance ain't there, right, nigga?
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? It was
Yeah.
like, no, I got this. I said, nah, nigga, listen, my car outside, I gotta go.
Bro.
We ain't even gotta finish that shit.
Listen.
Top 10 producers
So,
ever.
right, but I wanted you as an artist, right? You're from the era. I just figured, let me throw him some random curveball because there's a lot of great producers that I would love to work with. But if I gave you an ultimate budget and just said money's not a problem, creatively, who would you want to work with, right? So I'm going to give you a little list. You tell me out of the list, who would you want to work with?
All right.
Here we go.
All right.
Let's do it.
I know
Because a
it's
top
gonna be-
10.
I know.
So
So
Timbo.
Timberland, he a talented dude, but I mean, he not at the top of my list. Pharrell is not at the top of my list. No
Really?
disrespect to either one of them. No, they not. Cause I don't make that. You feel me? Like
I'm
Scott
not-
Storch, I shred that shit. I shred that shit. P-Rock all day, P-Rock.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Dilla R.I.P. Yeah, I would, you know. Of course, RZA, you know.
I
like,
would think.
Back then,
is-
RZA, I don't know about today, RZA. You know, Madlib, another dude I could
Madlib
live
is
without.
crazy.
Premier, I need it. I need
Premier,
the pause. I need Premier. Dre, yeah, of course, because Dre's a GOAT.
I think, right? Dre's.
And Kanye, depending how crazy or insane he is that day.
I don't think
But-
so. I think Kanye is a little too left.
But there's a lot of others, too. There's a lot of others
Oh
that's
my
really
gosh.
cheap. Like, give me Havoc. I'm on the record with
Havoc.
Havoc. You know what I mean? Give me a record with DR period.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like, now you talking
Shout-
to Pesci. You talking
shout
to
out
Pesci.
to the-
You gonna get DR. I want DR period. I want Havoc. Nick Wiz, underappreciated, super dope. Nigga got records under his belt, Nick Wiz. You know, like I got a record it's in the chamber, ain't nobody hear it. But
I just heard the Madlib and I thought of MF Doom. Like,
listen, Madlib dope, but
yo,
like,
let me ask you: is in your opinion, is MF Doom not the most successful underground independent artist?
Might just fucking be, bro.
Right?
It might just be. That boy got a cult following, dog.
That like
he laughed like his
MF
cult,
Doom.
It's on some other shit. It
The
really
gimmick,
is.
the concept,
Part
the
of it.
mask. What, like 27
and
albums?
no disrespect, I was a fan, but I was never a huge fan like everybody else. And I give it up to him, man. He had the whole mystique.
What?
You know what I mean? And that, like I said, that call. Yo, I watched people in South by Southwest maybe like 8 years ago, something like that. We was there. We happened to get invited. We was backstage. It was Ghost because you know Ghostface and MF was doing the album.
Yeah.
MF wasn't there as usual. Ghost was there. Ghost was on the stage. MF was on a yacht.
Yeah, they got that
With the
single.
motherfucker.
Mask.
You know what I mean? With the motherfucker. Ra 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 ra. cooking lobsters on a BBQ, nigga.
If you don't know, MF Doom, legendary. R.I.P. to the GOAT.
Rest in peace.
You are missed. You're always appreciated. Real legends never die. Right here, Cheers to the Real podcast.
Wow.
You definitely appreciate it.
Wow.
Listen, before we get out of here, my brother. Yo, Dave, we don't got no more vids, right? I thought I had one more current event one. No.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, my brother, like always, I tell the artists, let's update the people, what we got going on, new projects.
First off, shout to you. That's
Thank you,
number
my brother.
one. Shout to everybody behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That everybody that fuel the fire to make this work. You know what I mean? If y'all want to fuck with me on IG, it's Dro Pesci, DROPESCI. DROPESCI, no underscores, no, it's Dro Pesci. If you want Twitter, it's at the real Dro Pesci, DA real Dro Pesci, all one word. You know, a lot of fugazis with my handles and shit, but I don't give a fuck.
And before we get out of here, someone's gonna ask me like, where you even get the name from?
So,
quick
niggas
little
call me
breakdown.
Fredro. Niggas call me Fredro my whole life. I always sold weed. I always sold hydro. My name Freddy. Bang, 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 bang. Now you got Fredro Star, Onyx. That ain't gonna work, right? That ain't gonna work.
Right.
So bang, stand down, and I was Fredro. Once I came over the bridge, it was like, yo, we can't call you Fredro. No, I was Flacco in the Bronx, in the South Bronx. I was over. I had nicknames, you know, all over the place. So I'm in the booth one day, and R.I.P. my man in sight, my brother, I love you. I'm in there, and I used to always reference bars about Dro Pesci, like Joe Pesci about his roles in the movies.
For those that don't know, legendary actor Joe Pesci.
Because I was like, you know, without getting too visual.
Yeah.
I was the short cat.
Right.
I had a lot to prove outside.
And Joe,
had a lot
and
to
the real
prove
character,
outside.
the actor, he's like a firecracker.
So,
you know what I mean? Like
niggas would be like, da, and I'd be like, and I have to go, you know, 3 pieces, nigga. Hold it, bang. You know what it is. So bang, you know, it was like that, and I say it in one rhyme, and I was like something like Joe Pesci and Tim's, and it was like maybe like my 5th Joe Pesci, you know, whatever you call. And my man stopped in the middle of the record. He was like, yo, that's it. Yo, that's it. Because I was Edgar Allan Dro. I was Fred Dro. I had all these aliases, but I didn't have no artist name. Nigga, I was outside. I didn't give a fuck about recording.
Bananas.
So he was like, yo, that's it. That's it. Dro Pesci, that gotta be your name. And I'm like, he's like, nah, nigga, that's you. Because I didn't want to come out with some shit because it fit. I wanted to come out with it like I earned that shit. He was like, nah, nigga, you earned that shit. I'm like, you know what? You see me like swing wine bottles at people and throw chairs at people, and I'm humble. Yeah. I swear to God, I'm humble. I don't start.
And then it fits with the whole, like, you know, the mob connect, and then Staten Island. And for people that don't know, Staten Island, heavy connected. Don't let me give you a backhand.
They out
Get
there.
out of here,
They
Moses.
out there,
Don't
baby.
give me a backhand. I'll smack
But
you
nah,
silly.
man, yo, thank you for having me, bro.
Appreciate
I had
you,
a
brother.
good time, man.
Listen,
I had a good time.
for those that want to connect with the brother, that want to come up, they want to book you, they want to do some
y'all
features.
need any y'all can get the email. It's beatsfordro, BEATS, the number 4, DRO at gmail.com. BEATS, the number 4, DRO, gmail.com. All one word. Y'all can follow me on Instagram, Dro Pesci, Facebook, Mr. Dro Pesci, MR Dro Pesci, all one word, and Twitter, The Real
Certified.
Dro Pesci, all one word, no underscores or any of them shits. You know what I mean?
Out here working.
I appreciate the viewers. I appreciate the camera, the lenses, the editors, and I appreciate
blasting
you.
off. It's
And shout to
another
my brother.
episode. We out here, Real New York Underground. We ain't going nowhere. You know what it is. It's the Cheers of the Real podcast. We out here rocking with the people. You know what it is. Tune in. It's a lifestyle vibe, my brother. Art, music, culture. Come on, man. We winning. Let's go, baby. Cheers to the real.
Cheers to the real, yo.
Screaming, cheers to the real. It's good vibes only. Putting in work and recipes to all the homies. Yeah, money was the motive. Hood couldn't hold me. 100K made man suckers looking phony. Yeah, cheers to the real. Good vibes only. Putting in work and recipes to all the homies.